मीडियल होते हैं क्या क्या, सेमी टेंडनोसस, सेमी मेम्ब्रेनोसस एंड दी एरोटोमैग्नस। तो यहाँ पर देखो मीडियल कौन सा, ये मीडियल साइड है तो यहाँ पे दो मसल है ना, ये वाले, ये ऊपर वाला है सेमी टेंडनोसस क्योंकि इसका आधा हिस्सा टेंडन है, सेमी मीन्स हाफ। उसके नीचे ये जो मसल है दैट इज सेमी मेम्ब्रेनोसस क्योंकि उसका ऊपर वाला हिस्सा आधा मेम्ब्रेन है, दैट इज सेमी हाफ इज मेम्ब्रेन। देन दिस इज मैग्नस। तो ये तीन मीडियल हो गए, ठीक है। ये हो गया तुम्हारा सेमी टेंडनोसस, उसका आधा हिस्सा टेंडन है, मेम्ब्रेनोसस आधा हिस्सा मेम्ब्रेन है, और ये हो गया एरोटोमैग्नस, ठीक है। बाकी जो आ गया तुम्हारा लैटरल सेट, एक की मसल, लोन मसल, बाइसेप्स। तो ये है लॉन्ग हेड, दिख तो रहा है लॉन्ग हेड। एंड ऑलवेज रिमेंबर द सेमी टेंडनोसस एंड लॉन्ग हेड ऑफ बाइसेप्स हैव गॉट ए कॉमन origin. See, you can trace these two muscles here together because the semi टेंडनोसस and long head of biceps they have got a common origin. Okay. ये उसका लॉन्ग हेड है और ये वाला जो हेड है ना, ये वाला, ये शॉर्ट हेड है। ये लॉन्ग हेड है, ये शॉर्ट हेड है, और ये शैटिंग है। बैक ऑफ थाई में इतना ही दिखाना है, बाकी थ्योरी।
तो शॉर्ट हेड कौन सा?
देखो यहाँ पे दो, देखो ये बाइसेप्स फीमोरिस लैटरल एक मसल होता है, ठीक है। तो यहाँ पे देखो दो हेड है, ये वाला ये वाला, क्लियर है। तो ये वाला जो है ये लॉन्ग है, ये वाला शॉर्ट है। लॉन्ग हेड आता है स्टेटिक से, शॉर्ट हेड आता है मतलब लीनियर एस्पेरस, फिर दोनों मिलकर कॉमन टेंडन फॉर्म करते हैं, वो जाकर फिबुला में इंसर्ट होता है, ठीक है। तो बैक ऑफ थाई में इतना ही है, चार मसल एक नंबर। अब यहाँ पे नीचे अगर खोदेंगे तो तुम्हारा शियाटिक नर्व का डिवीजन निकलेगा। तो मैं भी कर रहा हूँ, तो है नहीं। सॉरी वेरी सॉरी, इसमें फैट इतना है, देखो मेरा क्या हुआ है, फैट इतना, मैं ये आप लोग चेंज नहीं कर रहे हैं, बॉडी डिसेक्ट हो जाए फिर इसे धो दूंगा, एक बार दूंगा फिर खराब हो जाएगा, एक बार दूंगा फिर खराब हो जाएगा, फायदा क्या है। तो ये देखो ये तुम्हारा सियाटिक नर्व था, ठीक है। ये यहाँ पे डिवाइड कर रखा है यूजुअली ऑन द सुपीरियर एंगल ऑफ पॉप्लिटेल फोसा। तो यहाँ पे तो क्या दो नर्व आ रहे हैं, तो टीबियल कॉमन करोनियल, टीबियल वाला बीच में जाएगा इन द मिडल, कॉमन करोनियल गोज टू लैटरल, ठीक है। तो ये यूजुअली टाई करते हैं, या तो वो सियाटिक नर्व टाई कर देते हैं या टीबियल नर्व या कॉमन करोनियल नर्व। एंड द मोस्ट कॉमन साइड क्वेश्चन इज रूट वैल्यू। रूट वैल्यू ऑफ सियाटिक नर्व इज L4-5/1-2-3। ये तुम्हारा टीबियल का सेम है और कॉमन करोनियल के कम है, ठीक है। कॉमन करोनियल L4-5/1-2, दैट इज नो 3 देयर, एक कम है, ठीक है। तो ये टाई करता है। हाँ, बैक ऑफ द थाई इज ए फुल इंडो क्वेश्चन, ठीक है। और मीडियल कंपार्टमेंट था इज इवन ए फुल इंडो क्वेश्चन, लेकिन वो दिख नहीं रहा है इधर, यहाँ पर थोड़ा मशक्कत करनी पर उल्टा करेंगे तो देखिए, वहाँ पे तीन तुम्हारा मेन लॉन्गेस्ट ब्रेविस मैग्नस, फिर ग्रासिलिस और हाँ इतना ही दिखता है, ऑपरेट एक्शनस नहीं दिखता नहीं, ठीक है। ये चीज़ें दिखते हैं, चार मसल मेन होते हैं। और पेटिनियस तो तुमने देखा हुआ है, वो दैट इज इन द मिडल कंपार्टमेंट, बट वो तो तुमने फेमोरल ट्रायंगल 4 में देखा हुआ है ना, तो मेन वहाँ वही चीज़ें होते हैं। डिवीजन ऑफ सियाटिक नर्व यहाँ मतलब ये ऊपर डिवाइड करें, यूजुअली ये डिवाइड्स एट द अपर एंगल ऑफ द पॉप्लिटेल फोसा, लेकिन यहाँ हाई डिवीजन है, ऊपर डिवाइड कर रहा है, इधर डिवाइड कर रहा है एट द बैक ऑफ द मिडल ऑफ द थाई, ठीक है। तो ये कभी कभी होता है, मतलब डिवाइड करना है, यहाँ करे यहाँ करे उसकी मर्जी। ये अभी पॉप्लिटेल फोसा तुम्हारा जो गया ना, हम कर लेते हैं, देख लेना। मतलब ये जो चीज़ देख रहे हैं ना, ये है तुम्हारा शॉर्ट शाफ्टनस और स्मॉल शाफ्टनस वेन। देखो ये यहाँ के, देखो ये क्या ड्रेन कर रहा है यहाँ पे, दिस इज ड्रेनिंग इनटू दिस वेन, ओके। आई थिंक इट इज क्लियर। सी दिस वेन, दिस वन ऑफ इट्स ट्रिब्यूटरीज, दिस वेन इज शॉर्ट शाफ्टनस दैट इज ड्रेनिंग इनटू दिस वेन, दिस इज द पॉप्लिटेल वेन। ये कट जाएगा और लंट कर सो टूट वाला लंट आगे नहीं। तो ये देखो ये तुम्हारा शॉर्ट शाफ्टनस वेन है, दैट इज इन द रूफ ऑफ द पॉप्लिटेल फोसा, ओके। दैट इज गोइंग as you can see clearly and draining into this vein, okay. This vein is the popliteal vein that is lying underneath. You can see the angulation here, the draining of, you can see it here, see that way pushes up, okay. This is very clear, see over here. So ये चीज़, ठीक है। दिस इज दी शॉर्ट शार्पनेस स्मॉल शार्पनेस वेन दैट इज ड्रेनिंग इनटू दिस वेन इज पॉप्लिटर, ठीक है। तो कभी कभी ये जो चीज़ें मतलब इस देखते ही याद रहते हैं, जैसे ग्रेट शार्पनेस वेन ड्रेन्स टू फीमोरल वेन, शॉर्ट शार्पनेस वेन स्मॉल शार्पनेस वेन ड्रेन्स टू पॉप्लिटर वेन, और यही चीज़ें थ्योरी में आ जाती हैं ऑब्जेक्टिव बेस से। व्हाट इज द ड्रेनेज ऑफ शॉर्ट शार्पनेस वेन और व्हाट इज द ड्रेनेज ऑफ ग्रेट शार्पनेस वेन, लाइक दैट, ठीक है। तो हाँ, अभी यहाँ पे हमें कंटेंट मेन क्या है, तुम्हारा एक वेन है, एक आर्टरी है और दो नर्व है। तो दो नर्व तो यहाँ तुम्हें दिख रहे हैं, ये टिबिया, ये कॉमन पेरोनिया, ठीक है, और ये हो गया तुम्हारा आर्टरी, अभी सॉरी वेन। तो अभी निकालना है बस आर्टरी। आर्टरी के लिए हमेशा ये देखो, हमेशा किताबें पढ़ाते हैं यहाँ रिलेशन क्या है आर्टरी वेन नर्व, एन वी ए, फॉरगेट दैट। फॉर प्रैक्टिकल तो सुपरफिशियल मोस्ट स्ट्रक्चर आर द टू नर्व्स, टिबियल, कॉमन पेरोनियल. Deep to that you get the vein, and obviously the deepest structure will be the artery. Okay, and what is important over here, see, इधर से तो उधर चला गया। तो anatomy is become natural science, you study nature, है। तो यहाँ पे देखो तीन, यहाँ पे देखो क्या है, ये देखो ये चीज़ देखो, ये जो चीज़ मैं दिखा रहा हूँ, ये चीज़ हमेशा होता है। देखो यहाँ पे क्या हुआ है, देखो ठीक से इस बंच में दो चीज़ें हैं, ठीक है। एक थोड़ा लाइट कलर, एक थोड़ा डार्क कलर है। लाइट कलर वाला आर्टरी है, पॉप्लिटल आर्टरी, डार्क कलर वेन है, पॉप्लिटल वेन। होता क्या है, पॉप्लिटल वेसल्स between artery and vein that is common set. Okay, if so to isolate them you need to separate the two, ठीक है, इसको सेपरेट करना है। है ना, ये देखो ये वाला शायद दिख रहा होगा, तो मैं सिर्फ पूरा निकाल दूँ तो ये भी आर्टर निकल रहा है। Main content of the popliteal fossa given in the book is popliteal lymph node. Okay, so see over here, mark this thing. Can you mark this? ये बहुत छिटक है, मतलब isolate this. अच्छा you can see this tiny seed-like structure that is a bit harder than fat. That is one of the popliteal lymph nodes. You get 6 to 8 of them in the popliteal fossa. Usually lymph nodes, if you get, you are a bit lucky because that is often intermingled with fat and difficult to distinguish. But you can touch this and find this consistency is more hard compared to fat. So this is a popliteal lymph node. You can find 6 to 8 of them in the popliteal fossa. ठीक है, अभी यहाँ पे देखते हैं ये चीज़ क्या है, ये हाँ ये चीज़ देखना पड़ेगा, चीज़ है क्या, सॉरी। हाँ तो यहाँ पे तुम्हारे दो ट्रंक जो है अभी निकाल देते हैं। देखो वेन के कितने ट्रिब्यूटरीज हैं, दैट इज वन ऑफ द ट्रिब्यूटरी एनसर्कलिंग द आर्टरी। तो ब्लीडिंग भी हो रहा है, आर्टरी या वेन की ब्रांच है ट्रिब्यूटरी कटने से, लेकिन बिना काटे इसे सेपरेट करना मुश्किल है। ये प्लेन आ गया अभी आर्टरी और वेन के बीच का। See, you can see two things very clearly here. This one, okay. See, this structure is your popliteal artery that is looking distinctly thick-walled, okay, and it is deepest. And this structure nearby that, which is looking clearly thin-walled. If you compare the former structure, that is looking thick-walled, this is looking thin-walled, and this is the popliteal vein. So you see the relation, deepest is the artery. See, the deepest structure is the artery. Okay, then this is the vein. Okay, that is a bit superficial. Let me separate the fat from surrounding the vein. Okay. This is the popliteal vein. I am not further separating it because I may snap the vein now. Let us try a bit. They are very closely adhere to one another. See, the popliteal artery and popliteal vein, they are present in a common set, and while dissecting you need to separate the two. See, when I am separating the vein, its tributary is getting cut and the stored blood is leaking out from it. But see, this is the vein, this is the popliteal vein, and this deepest structure, this one the artery. Okay, and draining through the popliteal vein, this is the short saphenous vein. You can see the draining clearly here. Let me sacrifice this tributary, that will make things more clear. See, you can see over here, this is the short saphenous vein that is draining into the popliteal vein. Okay, and this is popliteal artery deep to that. This is popliteal artery, and here you get the two nerves. So sciatic nerve, see, there is a high division of sciatic nerve here. That's why ideally divide somewhere here. But this medial nerve is tibial nerve, and the nerve going lateral is common thoracic nerve. Okay. Then we need to clear the boundaries now on the sides. See, these two muscles are really clear. This is your semitendinosus, and this muscle is your semimembranosus. Okay, this one is semimembranosus. Let me separate it from the fat. And over here you can find, see, sorry, I will be spraying fat. So see, you can find another muscle here. Let me take out the fat from it.
Biceps femoris.
Yes, she is correct. Biceps femoris. Okay. So see, over here, this is the biceps femoris. You can find here two heads. Okay. See, this is the long head. That is arising along with semitendinosus. You can find the semitendinosus and long head of biceps. They are having a common origin. Okay, from ischial tuberosity. And you can find this head. This one is short head that I am showing the left hand. That is actually arising from linea aspera femur. And this is the common tendon formed by the fusion of two. So the upper boundary is quite clear. So see, while separating, I have punctured many tributaries. So the bleeding is mainly from the vein here. Okay, and if I try to separate further, the vein will definitely snap. They are so closely linked to one another or closely adhere to one another. Okay, and see over here, the superomedial boundary, superolateral boundary clear. One is biceps femoris laterally, medially you get semimembranosus because half of the muscle is tendon. Semi means half, and this muscle is semimembranosus because half of the muscle is membranous, thin like a membrane. Okay. Now, see over here, we just need to see the lower boundary, and that will finish the floor. They always ask in the exam, but floor you really can't show in the body. That you have to tell theoretically. That part of tibia, part of femur, orbitofemoral ligament, and passa cauris popliteus. Okay, that much you can leave. And popliteus will be very clear when we see the back of the leg. There only we can see these muscles clearly: gastrocnemius, popliteus, soleus. Okay, so over here, what you can find. See, these are branches from the tibial nerve that is going to these muscles, and probably this nerve we need to see. The problem with clearing this very high nerve is that at any point it can snap. Even if one is very acquainted with dissection, at any point it can snap. Okay, so if we just this is definitely fossa, but this is a nerve. See, they are so thin, and this is arising from the tibial nerve, and see, it is accompanying this vein. Okay, see, this is the vein and the nerve together. Okay, this is short saphenous. So see, this is this thing that you see is the short saphenous vein or small saphenous vein, whatever you call it, both are correct. Accompanying that, you can find there is a nerve. Okay, that is arising from the tibial nerve. The middle nerve is tibial nerve. This one is common laterally. So see, this is a question usually that there are two great veins, great superficial veins in the lower limb. One is great saphenous vein, one is short saphenous vein, and they sometimes ask name the nerves that accompany them. Okay, so see, short saphenous nerve is accompanied by sural nerve, that is a branch from tibial nerve, whereas the great saphenous vein or long saphenous vein is accompanied by saphenous nerve, that is a branch from posterior division of femoral nerve. See, we have got this bunch here. this is the this is the vein, short saphenous vein, and this is the sural nerve. See, why I am telling it sural nerve? Because it is accompanying this short saphenous vein, and it is branched from tibial nerve. So remember, sural nerve is a branch from tibial nerve, but saphenous nerve is a branch from the posterior division of femoral nerve. Okay, so this relation we can find here. Somehow you can find this bulgings in the vein. They can be either the valves or somehow the thrombus have made these bulgings. So that would be more clear if you cut and open them. That is not very wise. अच्छा, यहाँ नीचे देखो ये चीज़ अब हम जो साफ कर रहे हैं, दैट इज द लैटरल हेड ऑफ गैस्ट्रोनोमियस. ओके, ये जो चीज़ ऊपर में जिसका उसको हाथ रखा हुआ हूँ, दैट इज द लैटरल हेड ऑफ gastrocnemius, and you can see over here another muscle. See, let me see this muscle. That this one is your plantaris. You can see a very short muscle here. Okay, that one is your plantaris. See, this muscle is plantaris. Okay, so what is the infralateral boundary? Lateral head of gastrocnemius, that is this one, and plantaris. Okay, then what is the inframedial boundary? That we need to clear. That we need to clear. See, this is the fossa. Okay, this thing is the fossa completely, and you can find this muscle. Okay, this is the medial head of gastrocnemius, underneath which I put the forceps. Okay, so this is the medial head of gastrocnemius, inframedially forming the inferomedial boundary. So what we need to see as a separate how bleeding has
medial boundary, and this is lateral boundary of gastrocnemius. Gastrocnemius has two heads, sir.
Definitely medial and lateral head. Okay, so obviously it is not studied till now, but if you remember femur, in the popliteal surface of femur on the inframedial angle was attachment of medial head of gastrocnemius, and on the lateral condyle that is group for popliteus, above the lateral epicondyle, above that there is place for lateral head of gastrocnemius attachment, and both of them are origin. But obviously you will read the gastrocnemius detail when you read the back of the leg, because gastrocnemius, soleus, popliteus, they are covered in the back of the leg. Okay, more clearly. I am not going into deeper. See, I separated two, so I injured the vein. See, it is so thin. That is why this bleeding is there, and that is mostly venous bleeding. Okay, but I had to do this because I needed to separate the structures. So, अच्छा, popliteus we can get better when. अच्छा, यहाँ पे थोड़ा साफ कर लेते हैं इसको. You can find it here. See this thing. Can you find this? This is the tendon of the muscle plantaris. Okay, and see in the upper part, see this is the origin of the plantaris from lower part of femur, and this is muscle belly seat is so short. It gives rise to this tendon that will go to calcaneus or to tendoachilles. So see how long it is. So this is a muscle where you find there's a very small belly but a very long tendon. Okay, so this is one of the vestigial muscles in human body. The power it generates is very less like that palmaris longus. Okay, like palmaris longus is distal part is palmar aponeurosis. Similar distal part of this plantaris tendon is plantar aponeurosis, and both are vestigial muscle, and both can be absent unilateral bilaterally. Here it is present, but in some cadavers you can find, if they take out for the revision, that is plantaris won't be there. This plantaris won't be there. Okay, and so I think we have almost done everything that we need to do. For, as I told you, the floor is not very visible because I need to shred all this to go to the floor. You know that amount of damage it will cause to the specimen. So here we need to separate a bit from the sciatic nerve, thickest nerve. There are many branches here. See, okay. You can find many branches coming out of it. You can clearly see these branches. So in this specimen, if you want to look at the back of the okay, this fat we can safely take out, I think. There is no need to keep it here. So see over here. This is better. This is the semi-membranous that is totally separated, and you can find here this muscle is adductor magnus. Okay, so in this field you can find both back of thigh and popliteal fossa, both of which are windows. In the back of thigh there are 4 muscles: long head of biceps, then adductor magnus ischial part. Only biceps femoris is lateral. Rest 3 are medial. See in this specimen, this is lateral side. So this muscle is biceps. Okay, lower muscle on lateral side out of the hamstrings, out of which this is its long head, and this is the short head. That is argent lineaspera. They are fusing to form the common tendon. That is going to insertion to fibula. Then on the medial side, you find this is semitendinosus. See the long head of biceps and this semitendinosus, they are having a common origin. Okay, and this muscle is semimembranosus. See, its upper part is very thin like a membrane. Semi means half of it like a membrane, and the semitendinosus because half of it is like a tendon. Okay, then you can find this muscle will be magnus. Okay, it's adductor magnus. Okay, so you find all the 4 hamstrings here, and this thing is that here over here, the sciatic nerve, and you can find the 2 divisions. This is tibial nerve in the middle, and this one will be common peroneal nerve towards the lateral side. Okay, so this is what you need to show in the back of thigh rest is theory that they will ask about hamstring, what are true hamstrings, what are false hamstrings, why, and all that. Okay, now see over here. But the properties of hamstrings is almost the first question that we encounter theoretically. A back of the thigh is a window. Then you see over here, we go to the popliteal fossa. So this is just a. Let me take this much out as well. Unnecessary blocking the view. So, see in the popliteal fossa, the diamond space in the bend of the knee, and here what they ask you to demonstrate is the boundaries and the roof and the floor. But see, roof is always gone, the popliteal fossa, and floor is not very convenient to show. That you only tell theoretically, but the 4 boundaries superiorly and inferiorly you can show. So see, superlaterally this one is biceps femoris. Superomedial you get 2 muscles, semitendinosus, semimembranous. See, in thoracia, I think some additional muscles are there, but purest view is that you only tell the superlateral boundary as biceps femoris, and superomedial as semitendinosus and semimembranosus. Then inferiorlaterally you get 2 muscles here, see, lateral head of gastrocnemius. So that is precisely this one. Okay, so this is the fossa. I am not separating it because the common peroneal nerve which you will need to dissect. I can at least separate the fossa from here. That won't damage anything. Okay, so see this thing. This thing is your. This is your. No, this thing. Sorry. This is your lateral gastrocnemius. Deep to that. This muscle is plantaris. This one is plantaris. See, that is giving rise to another blunt force. That is giving rise to a long tendon below. Okay, see, this is the muscle belly of the plantaris. That is very small belly, and this is a long tendon below. Okay, so the infralateral boundary, 2 things: lateral gastrocnemius and plantaris. Then on the lateral aspect medially, you see this is the fossa. Okay, this is the fossa. This thing. See, this thing is your medial head of gastrocnemius. That you can demonstrate easily. Then if they ask you in theory what is the roof, that is popliteal fossa, deep fossa of the region, and what is the floor. If you come above down, you first find popliteal surface of femur or back of the femur, you can tell. Then there is your next thing is oblique popliteal ligament. Next thing is the tibia, back of tibia, and then the fossa covering popliteus. See, the 2 things are different. Popliteal fossa and fossa covering popliteus are different. Popliteal fossa is simply the deep fossa of the region, that is in the roof, but in the floor you get the fossa covering popliteus, that is extension from the tendon semimembranosus. Remember that they ask to answer well in the popliteal fossa. The fossa covering popliteus is an extension from the muscle semimembranosus. Okay, now see, next so the boundaries are gone. Now you need to show the content. Many contents is a 7-unit content, but the main content you need to show are the popliteal vessel, popliteal artery, popliteal vein, and there are 2 nerves, tibial nerve and common peroneal nerve. That's the main thing you need to show. And here you see there is a lot of mnemonic ANV, AVN, but for the practical purpose, it's the deepest structure. When it is kept in like this in your exam, the deepest structure is the artery. So for that to get the vein, then the two nerves, tibial and common peroneal. So say nerves you can appreciate on the superficial aspect. This one will be tibial, this one common peroneal. See, deep to that, this is the vein, okay? This is the popliteal vein, and this one is your popliteal artery. You see, why is this bloodshed? Because both the popliteal artery and vein are in the common sheath. So while trying to separate them, the vein is punctured many times. That is why the bleeding. Okay, and you see over here, this is only in this specimen. You may not get in many specimens. So this is the short sharpness vein that is draining into popliteal vein. Okay, that much needs to be demonstrated.
lateral head of gastrocnemius का है.
देखो अब मैं lateral से कौन सा है? ये वाला है. तो यहाँ देखो ये तुम्हारा फासा है, ये वाली चीज़, ठीक है, दिस थिंग, ये जो lateral head of gastrocnemius. ओके,
medial head उस साइड.
यहाँ पे मिडियल साइड देखो, यहाँ पे मैंने इसे क्यों नहीं काट रहा क्योंकि अभी लेग का विशेषण बाकी है. तो स्पेसिमेन में जो डिसेक्टेड उसमें देखो ये है lateral head of gastrocnemius. ये अभी थोड़ा डीप है, अगर मैं फासा काट दूँ पूरा ये सरफेस को आ जाएगा, लेकिन अभी तो बैक ऑफ लेग हुआ नहीं ना. सो दिस lateral head of gastrocnemius, sorry medial head of gastrocnemius, and this one is your lateral head, and this muscle that you see, this thing over here. Okay, let me handle it properly because I have to show tomorrow also. So this muscle is your plantaris. Okay. lateral medial lateral उल्टा पुल्टा होता रहता है, एग्जाम लगे हो जाता है, बस टीचर या स्टूडेंट का नहीं, ठीक है. सुपर इन्फेरेंस को सुपीरियर अडक्टर दिखेगा लेकिन मतलब उल्टा करना था. दिस इज डेफिनेटली ही इज करेक्ट. सी दिस इज द ग्रासिलिस. यू कैन सेपरेट इट. अडक्टर दिखेगा लेकिन उसको मतलब बॉडी को उल्टा करना पड़ेगा. हाँ ग्रासिलिस, ठीक है. इसको अगर टर्न अराउंड कर दे तो दिखेंगे मसल आर्डर का, बट यहाँ पे इतना ही है. अच्छा देखते हैं, पलट देते हैं, एक मिनट एक जगह करना. आई थिंक इट क्लियर विद बैक ऑफ हैंड पॉकेट, देन नथिंग मोर टू शो हियर. काट लो, निकाल देंगे. यूजुअली स्किन को इतना नहीं निकालते हैं क्योंकि जब तक ये बॉडी में इसको निकाला नहीं, डिसाइड नहीं किया तो ये कवरिंग होता है और चीज़ें सूखती नहीं है. लेकिन यहाँ पर इतना ही लगा था, इसे काट देना है. सो सी ओवर हियर यू कैन फाइंड. सो इट विल नीड ए bit of training to show you. See, you know this is adductor longus. There is no two things about it. And over here, see the adductor brevis is somehow cut and destroyed. So see this muscle. Okay, you need to, all of you need to come to this side. See, this is longus. This one is brevis. This is magnus, and this one is gracilis. So you can later come and see in this specimen. You can find three muscles of the adductor, three strata. You are quite clear about longus. And magnus is very large. In between the two, you can find a very small muscle that is brevis. Okay, and you can find the branches or nerves. So there is obturator nerve. Okay, these are obturator nerve. So you need to come to this side to see. When I go out, you see, you can find it. And this is gracilis. Okay, obturator एक्शन में दिखता नहीं है, ठीक है.
ये यहाँ पे सर ये छोटा सा पतला.
ये पतला ब्रेविस है. मत देखो, लॉन्गस मतलब लंबा, ब्रेविस मतलब छोटा, मार्गस मतलब बड़ा, ठीक है. यही चीज़ है. लेकिन देखो यहाँ कुछ मसल दिखाने को है नहीं, लेकिन दिस होल थिंग is your window question. Middle compartment thighs a full window question, and there they mainly lay emphasis on the obturator nerve. What is the root value? What are its branch divisions? What are the branches? Okay. So this much you need to see.
So can you show popliteal?